And as you can see there, our stewards just put in place. So we just move up. We have the Thoroughbreds down towards where we're broadcasting from, and the Sydney Show grandstand, and also we have our next class, one class coming up in front of the members stand this afternoon too, Kate. And this is, you can see there, that was Mr. Dick Adams there, one of our wonderful stewards who's been involved in the show for years. They're very easy to push, and it's wonderful. It's a great invention that they give shade and protection, and they're able to enjoy and I didn't realise that they were so light. So we're well, Kate, over there on the far side of the arena, we had this morning the smaller ponies in the hunter classes, and here this afternoon we have this lovely lineup. And the class at present time is the working hunter over 15 hands and class 650.
Exactly. So these jumps are up to 80 centimetres high. They're obviously not show jumping jumps, but what we're trying to replicate in this class is a horse that would be suitable for hunting, and they're judged on their jumping, a nice forward, free-flowing movement, and obviously boldness into the jumps, which is what you want when you're hunting, and also the flat work as well as conformation. So they award points for each of those sections. There are 50 points for the jumping, 30 points for the flat work, and 20 points for conformation. So the type of things that the judge is looking for is the movement and the style of the horse, whether it basically meets the obvious requirements of a pleasurable horse to ride all day over long distances and over jumps. And we've seen some good examples. You'll see in this class also the judge asks for speed, because if you're galloping after a fox, you need a bit of pace, and so these horses need to be able to handle speed too. So we don't see a lot of that in the show ring in other classes, but certainly we'll get some faster speeds and jumping in these working hunter classes.
Have you ever competed, and have you ever just on a nice friendly day out hunting yourself?
I have, and fortunately for me, we didn't get anywhere near a fox, but we all had a great time. I didn't fall off, and no, I actually did a little bit of hunting when I was a teenager, and yes, we were never very successful, but to be hooning around over jumps with your friends, it's pretty good fun, really. Good weekend out.
Do you have problems with foxes down your area? Because
Terrible.
where I was up home, we had enormous problems with them. You couldn't poultry particularly, and even the small type animals as well. They really posed a lot of problems.
Absolutely. The rabbits and the foxes at home are absolutely terrible, and we try and keep on top of it all, especially around lambing. It's really depressing, actually, how active the foxes are, and trying to keep on top of that is pretty tricky, and there's a baiting program, and yes, we do try and control the numbers, but we have rabbits as well, and then other people have problems with wild dogs, so we've had a few introduced species that haven't been overly helpful, we have to say.
Well, up at St George and right out in Western Queensland, particularly around where they've had the nice rain, not enough though, at Longreach and Winton. They're actually, one of the friends up there just finished fencing his whole property, would you believe 135 kilometres of fencing, and he had to pay for all that himself. There's no subsidies or such, and it's just amazing when you look at it now and you look at the photographs where the decimation next door, if the cattle were there, they just wouldn't survive because of the damage done by the vast numbers of kangaroos. And his side, at least, is starting to have some pastures come back for the cattle and sheep. They produce some beautiful merino sheep up there, as well as Santa Catrudas. I think they might have some Brahman cattle as well. So it's just wonderful to see. Yeah.
Well, it's exciting. We've seen the ribbons placed on the exhibitors in Class 480, and we will have the official results for that. That's the Thoroughbred mare, 4 years and over, not exceeding 16 hands, and obviously that is a lead class, and we'll have the official results sent up to the broadcasting box very shortly, but they do look beautiful. Those Thoroughbred mares are just lovely to see, and they may well have left the arena, unfortunately, before we've got the official results, but we'll bring them to you as soon as we can.
Well, they're the mares that we're looking forward to finding out or seeing in the future, breeding the next lot of champions for the racetrack.
Indeed.
Maybe. So congratulations to them, and we'll have that result, as Kate said, as soon as it comes to hand. And all's in readiness down here for Class 779, because it's going to be this afternoon, not only the Thoroughbreds and also the Novice hacks and Novice ponies, but we also will have the pleasure of seeing the Novice Lady Rider, 21 years and over, make their way into the ring here this afternoon as well.
Angus, do you know how to make a small fortune in the horse industry?
How's that?
Start with a large fortune.
Oh, you've got some great one-liners here today, haven't you? Boy, oh boy. Oh. Well, Kate Reid is judging down here in front of the big screen. And Kate's a lovely lady that is have the pleasure of judging here those lovely ponies here this afternoon.
That's right. We see Kate Reid over there judging the novice pony over 12 hands and not exceeding 13 hands, and she'll be judging the saddle ponies. She's from Bowral in New South Wales and has been judging for 35 years. Hacks, Galloway's ponies, Leading Rein and show riders. And she says the acknowledgement and respect as a successful exhibitor, competitor and judge at royal and agricultural shows across the country over a 50-year period is what the Sydney Royal Easter Show means to her, and it will and always will be the pinnacle of showing in this country, and she's very happy and honoured to be asked to judge at this 2016 show.
Thanks, Kate. Well, you just have the result there now, and
we
Kate
do.
for the Thoroughbreds.
We do. Yes, that lovely class of mares that has just left the main arena, Class 480, Thoroughbred mare, 4 years and over, not exceeding 16 hands. And congratulations to catalogue number 1744, Mark Kenzig and Miss Victoria Gorst from Romsey in Victoria with their horse Chandelier. In second place, Carol Cable from Rydal in New South Wales with catalogue number 1726 and Falvalani. Third place went to Matt Snell and Samantha Lee from Armidale with Exquisite Dew, and that's catalogue 2283. Fourth place went to Anderson and Powell from Oakey in Queensland with their Mare Parody, catalogue number 1065. In fifth place, Nikki Jamison and Caitlin Davey from Doonan in Queensland. That's the catalogue number 1697 and their horse HM Attitude. And finally, in sixth place, we had catalogue number 2337, Alex Taunt from Murrungo in New South Wales with Ha Ha. And that's wonderful there. Congratulations to our winner, Mark Kenzig and Miss Victoria Gorst there with Chandelier. And all of our place getters.
That's a nice name, isn't it? And we welcome Class 482 now, the Thoroughbred gelding, 4 years and over, not exceeding 16 hands. This is our lead class down here for our Thoroughbreds, the Thoroughbred gelding. So welcome to you all this afternoon.
And Angus, that class there, we had a product prize for the Thoroughbred mare, 4 years and over, not exceeding 16 hands, which was supported by International Animal Health Products. So thank you very much for that contribution.
Well, we'd also like to welcome Sally Watkins, who's judging up in front of the Vincent Fairfax stand today. And what a wonderful career Sally's had as well in showing and exhibiting at shows in Australia, and also her involvement in the thoroughbred industry over the years too. So Sally's very much involved also with the hunting club too. She was at Tokemwell Hunt Club and also has represented hunting events at Royal shows at the Melbourne Royal Show, and also has had a lot of success. She judged at the Perth Royal Show. I had the great pleasure of introducing her at Perth Royal Show as well. She commenced riding at a very early age. Has been showing saddle horses for more than 25 to 30 years. But Sally has judged for 30 years now, and judged at Canberra, Adelaide, Perth Royal Show, Hobart Royal Shows, the Horse of the Year, most of the events, the States, New South Wales Horse of the Year, in the North Island, and the championships over there as well. So heavily involved in the racing industry, own and run a 500-acre thoroughbred adjustment property at Benalla in Victoria, and breed and produce yearlings for the racetrack. So it's as I said, it's wonderful to welcome her here to the show this year. Delightful lady, and it's always a joy to see her when in my home state of Queensland when she comes up there as well.
And over in front of the Sinclair stand, we have a result in the special class 569 Best Novice Hack. And congratulations to BC Equine and W. Coyle and H. Morris from Broadford in Victoria with their horse Vibe. Catalogue number 1102, Best Novice Hack. And there's a product prize as well, along with the blue ribbon for this award here, supported by Oakwood Products. These are our new hacks starting their Royal Show careers, and that's a tremendous achievement to be the best of them. The classes have been very big today. They've all been fantastic, looking spectacular, and to win Best Novice Hack is a great achievement here at the Sydney Royal 2016. We have a full board, don't we, Angus? There's something happening in every ring at the moment.
Yeah, we certainly do. Katie, it looks magnificent, doesn't it? And,
it does.
The whole arena's full of these beautiful exhibits.
Indeed. So we're seeing that lovely purple rug and the garland being put on Vibe now on the big screen. And congratulations as... So, ladies and gentlemen, lovely to hear your applause for BC Equine and W. Coyle and H. Morris with their exhibit Vibe, winner of the Best Novice Hack, and wearing that lovely rug for the Best Novice Hack, supported by the McDowell family. They make their way out of the main arena. And they'll just slow down and carefully sneak past this class of thoroughbreds, out of respect for those people who are still undergoing some judging here in class 482, the thoroughbred gelding, 4 years and over, not exceeding 16 hands.
That was ridden by Bryony Payne too. Congratulations, Bryony. Well done. So Bryony Payne's in the saddle. Well, gentlemen, we have the results here for Class 593 being presented down in front of the big screen. This is for the novice pony over 12-2 hands, not exceeding 13 hands. This is for all ponies which have not won a first prize in a novice or open hack or show hunter class at the Royal Show. First place goes to catalogue number 2306, Stratford Belcanto. Congratulations to Kirsten Strath from McGrath Hill in New South Wales. Second place, which is just being presented at catalogue number 1681, Robinair Waltz With Me, J&R Equestrian and A&K O'Neill from Canterlough, New South Wales. Third place, to catalogue 1115, Rosedon Mink and Diamonds, Alison Banks from Winton in Victoria. In fourth place, to catalogue number 2210, and that will be presented to Nottingham Spring Romance, Emma Russ from Herons Creek, New South Wales. And then we go down to fifth place. Fifth place goes to Argyle Royal Cover, Kylie Cargill and Dennis family from New South Wales, from Bayrami.